What's going on, guys? Let's go through the spoiler talk to this week's episode coming up, episode 37, Shadows Gone. There's an entirely new title to an episode. It doesn't take inspiration of the names from the manga chapters themselves, so this is brand new. I think this is the first time they've done it. RIP Theatre Suicide. I really wanted that as a title, but oh well, I think it's too late now anyways. That should be used on his bankai episode. So let's go through the preview images, the synopsis, and more interestingly, the leaks. There are some leaks that can give you an indication what's to come for the later episodes. Kind of got me excited. I will go through it towards the end, so you want to stay tuned to that. I'm never going to show official pictures from the episode, but I will go through the words or discuss the words on the streets or what's circulating on the internet. Before I go into it, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're new here, it'll really push the algorithm. Comment, let's have a discussion. I want to talk about this episode, coming episode with you guys. Any support will be greatly appreciated. So first, let's go through the synopsis story. So lillebarro, who was supposed to have sunk due to kyoraku shunsui's bankai, transforms into an even more advanced form and corners kyoraku in order to bring him to justice. Kyoraku is still wounded and reaches limits, barely conscious of breathing. Nanao rushes to him and calls out to him. Nanao urges Kyoraku to take out his zanpakuto. What Kyoraku has been carrying along with his hiyori is about to be unraveled. It's funny how it says bring Kyoraku to justice, as if lillebarro is in the police force. Like, what is happening? Bring him to justice. That's funny. That's likely a translation error. So there isn't much to go off, but besides lillebarro, he's still living and the fight is still continuing, which is to no surprise, maybe for anime only, but it's going to be mostly on Nanao focus. Now, this part is very divisive among fans. Some people don't mind it or like it, other people dislike it. I'm on a boat where it's kind of like disappointing to me. Like, I'm not really the biggest fan of this part. This is probably the weakest fight or part of the fight involved out. But I'm open-minded. Let's see how the anime do it. They might do it justice, they might do it better than it is in the manga. So it's good that I'm the least excited to this part of the episode, because it should be able to impress me more. My issue is just regarding Nanao. I just don't find it believable that she becomes this strong or this lethal, this dangerous, especially when it takes the fact she was put to her knees by Yamamoto. She was able to endure, she was succumbing to Yamamoto's spiritual pressure. I get Yamamoto's one of the strongest characters, but then again, Yamamoto wasn't even trying. He wasn't even breaking a sweat when he was using his spiritual pressure, and he was far away from Nanao. How you go from nearly tapping out, passing out from Yamamoto's spiritual pressure, having Kyoraku help you and save you and protect you, to killing one of the strongest characters in the verse and wielding a god killer weapon? Like, I just don't see that believable.
I can't believe it. All he did was look straight into my eyes, and he completely crushed my whole being. Now I don't think it's even possible.
A lot of people have been saying, including myself, we all hope to add more or to flesh out more to her backstory, her lineage, her family. I really hope they add more to it. So now let's go through preview images. So we got Nanao. She looks fierce. She's sweating, but she looks fierce. And you can see on the left is zanpakuto. It's looking clean. This is a clean shot. Like, she's locked in. And I don't dislike Nanao. Like, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this fight, doesn't mean I hate her. They never miss with the art style. That's one thing I noticed. Next image is Kyoraku. He's finding a hard time right now. He is struggling. The shoulder is still gone, but he's sweating, he's passing out, he's giving up. He's like, yep, I'm done, I'm cooked, bro. So this must be before the Nanao scene. Has to be, because she has a weapon. Unless this is an aftermath, I can't really tell. We got a lillebarro final form here. God damn, the chicken form. We can kind of see the effects around him as well. The wing, it's kind of like a green-yellow effect. I know people been hoping that his ball standing was yellow. People disappointed by that it's green instead. I was fine with the green. I don't mind the yellow either, but I think this is a perfect mix, green and yellow. And this form especially, I'm glad they go for more the yellow approach. I think the form before, I think the green suits him because of the fur jacket he had, it was green. Like, his design in general had a lot of green aesthetics or green signature to it. But in this form, I'm glad it's more of a yellow direction to go for, even though there is a hint of green. He looks freaky though. he looks insane. I was hoping to see the Izuru Kira scene in this episode, but apparently he isn't going to be shown. Likely going to be next episode. And we got, whoa, Nanao's mother. Every week we've been unlocking new waifus. She looks great. Some people are disappointed, saying this does not look like the manga counterpart. I'm like, what are you on about? This is good. This is perfectly one-to-one. Like, if you're going to be nitpicky, yes, there's going to be some faults, but that's with every shot you will find in any anime from any series. They would never look exactly to the manga, especially with Kubo's art. That's something so hard to replicate. She looks like she's glowing. And you see the pinwheels on her hair. Yeah, that looks like the exact same one as Kyoraku's. I kind of forgot a lot what happens in the flashback, because this is a flashback to Nanao's past, or more properly Kyoraku when he was younger, and the promise that he made. But I can't remember if she gave that pinwheel to Kyoraku. But this is a flashback of her, I think, asking a favor to Kyoraku and Kyoraku adhering to that promise. And that promise is Kyokotsu. Yes, this is a very clever design. So look at her face, it's only the eyes that's revealed. But if you look at Ohana, it's the opposite. So the eyes is covered, but the rest is revealed, including her chest. If you want to get spoiled about Kyoketsu and her connection to Ohana, to put it simply, Kyoraku made a promise to Nanao's mother to seal away Nanao's Zanpakuto, or hide it from her and keep it a secret. And it involves splitting Ohana into two. I know in the manga they use the term birth, Ohana gave birth to Kyoketsu, but in actuality, Ohana gave a portion of her ability, hence losing the eye, forming Kyoketsu, which is this being right here, where only the eye is shown. So it's kind of a cool story, and I really like it. I like Nanao's Zanpakuto origins and story, and the family history, and Nanao's mother. I'm just not a fan of Lillebarro's fight with Nanao. That's the only issue I have. Let's go with staff list. So script, Masaki Hiromatsu. Storyboard, Shinichiro Ueda. Director, Shinichiro Ueda. Animation directors, Ayako Sato, Minami Shiba, Yu Natsuki, Haru Watanabe, Michio Hasegawa. Chief animation director, Michio Hasegawa. So I can't really tell. It seems like pretty good staff list. Nothing like eye-opening, like, oh my god, this person's on it. So it's not gonna be like crazy Sakuga. You gotta remember as well, this episode is gonna be mostly flashback heavy or very story driven. It's not gonna be much action going on. So Shinichiro Ueda directed Ichigo vs Yuha round 1. Ooh, that was one of my favorites battle in TYBW, even till now. It's like top 3. This is a full key animated list. Correction, not full, but most of them. So it looks like it's gonna be a great episode with the stuff we have. So let's go through some leaks that's not too like big spoilery. It's this kind of thing we expect from manga. So at the end of this Bleach episode 37, there's gonna be a Basby poem to set up Friends. Friend should be the title for the week after, and that title means Basby vs Jugan. So the poem might be this: bullet, claws, battle flag, short sword, with my fingers bent, I wait for you. So that could be the poem. We just have to wait and see. The episode's seemingly gonna end here. Basically, Kyoraku wants a rest after the battle, which he deserves. But it won't show this or the Soul Society. Normally we see parts of lillebarro or like creatures he summoned down below in Soul Society. That's where you see Izuru Kira. But it's been confirmed he's not gonna make a reappearance in this episode. So they're probably gonna show or save his reveal for the next coming episode, which I'm fine with, but I kind of hoped he was like the cliffhanger to this episode. That would have been badass. Even though he doesn't do much, please Kubo, add more to him. He has such a sick design, or new design. So hopefully he does more than just killing those minions of lillebarro. You have to wait and see. Look how badass he is, man. Who are you? A dead man. Cold from Kira himself. So lillebarro's voice meant to be creepy. I wonder what or how it's going to sound like. I think creepy. It could be something else. It could be squeaky or something. I don't know. We have to wait. People assume it's going to be Pico voice or Pika. I don't know how you say the name. That one card from One Piece where it's very squeaky. That would be hilarious. Yeah, so next episode after episode 38 is Title Friend. Soundscape to Order is going to play again, which is nice. That's my favorite sad Bleach OST. The remake's not as good, so this is probably going to be the remake version. We have heard it before, but at least we're hearing it again. It's still one of my favorites. Speaking of Friend, after this week's episode, so after episode 37, we only have 3 episodes left. Essentially 2 weeks left, because you normally drop 2 of the last 2 episodes on the last week or the end of the Cour. We got 2 weeks of the anime left, which is crazy after this Saturday. Kind of sad, but they are hyping up. They are hyping Friend up. I wouldn't be shocked if Friends, so Jugan vs Basby, if you don't know what I mean by Friend, is going to be the best animated episode. I wouldn't be shocked. I actually believe it might be on par with Uryu vs Renji. Still going to have my expectations low, but they are hyping up. They even do like early pre-screening event for the episode for Jugan vs Basby, so you know it seems like they're cooking with that episode. However, do you believe Jugan vs Basby is going to last 3 episodes? I find that very hard to believe. Episode 38, episode 39, yes, more than likely those 2 episodes. But the final episode, so episode 40, I feel like it's going to be different. I feel like something else is going to happen. So the 2 options are either an Uryu fight, that would be amazing. Give him one more episode, give him one more fight. He, in my opinion, is a star of this Cour. He gave that main character energy in this Cour easily. To me, for sure, he had the best moments in this Cour. So if we're going to give him another fight, people are saying Uryu vs Ichigo again, another round. I mean, I'm not hating, I'll take that. I'll take Uryu versus anyone, because he gets the best fights in this Cour. Uryu versus Ichigo, Senjimaro, Renji, all animated beautifully. So I'll take any Uryu versus anyone. I doubt that's the case. People are suspecting, which is probably the most likely, this is gonna set up Yorichi versus Asuka. So we might get a start of the fight. No, we're not gonna get the God of Thunder. I don't think so. And then Cour 4, we're gonna start off back to Yorichi versus Asuka, and then Urahara moment's gonna play out. So that's why that's everything we've gone through for this week's spoiler talk. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited. Very divisive among fans for this coming part of the Velvet battles. So let's see how it plays out. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.
やれやれだぜ。